Hello and welcome to Gnome Regard's Journey. Today we are in Chardok and we are going to be doing the Chardok Royals, which is the Prince, the Queen, and the Overking right here. It's 3 Goudas if we can pull this off. So I do have, I took her out of the group, but Tawani is standing right here to unlock this locked door. And then I'll move her over here to unlock this door. She is literally just standing here on the other screen. And we should be good. We're going to do this right now. So I'm pretty much going to pull everything and clear it. Rogues have the ability to just walk past everything. So it's pretty nice. But here we go. Now I do have the healer merc out. And I do have my pet at the moment. So hopefully... he can stick around for a good part of this. I do have raid buffs for current level. I'm 22,000 hit points. I'm level 65 and I have 831 AC. So it's kind of the buffs. My damage shield isn't crazy. It's only 364 at the moment. So nothing too crazy there. Normally we have a 100-point damage shield from Jane's Veil, so you can kind of see that. But this is pretty good spot, right? I've gotten, I think, 6 A's just fighting my way down here. And that was with, I did have Tawani in the group while I fought down, just so she would stay on auto-follow. Now, there are traps on this bridge. We're going to trigger them. You can see there's one right there. They do all kinds of like AoE damage or whatnot. Now, if you're sneaking through, there is a, like the trap goes all the way through this area. It is, like, hitting Tawani where she's standing, right? But the rogues have a ability not to have stealth broken by, she's level 70. So, just a little interesting bit there. We want the spell, we want the blood. And yeah, so I'm excited for this week. This week should, as I have it planned at the moment, should be all raids. In fact, I don't know exactly what are going to go on what day, right? I'm recording this one first, obviously, for this week, but I don't know exactly what the full, jeez, that's a lot of mobs. The full, like, setup is going to end up being at the end of this. So, if the videos are like 5 minutes long, obviously there'll be 2 on that day, maybe 3 if there's 2 5-minute long videos. If they're like 20 to 30 minutes, you know, there'll be 1 that day. It's kind of like the thought process I have at the moment. I just lost buffs. I don't know what. I'm obviously not going to be able to taunt all this stuff, so we'll just have to let the mercenary take 0 damage for a few moments. And some of these are going to be long, like the next step we're going to go to Western Waste for Kalandakar and Santalak, but the achievements for the conquest of that zone, like I can literally just spam attack during this. The conquest is quite a few mobs, actually. It's like literally like more than 1 page of mobs, so we're going to run through there. We're going to kill all those dragons that we can. And have a little bit of fun. That is a quest. I don't know if we'll actually ever do it, but I think that's a lot. I think I lost a few of them too. The damage shield on the mercenary, because I don't have any AoE stuff up at the moment. There we go. So let's keep going there. Now I have Tawani full screen on the other screen, and every time something happens, it's like shocking because I usually don't have like the boxed character in full screen, so it's a little weird to me. There we go. Let's get these guys. And I was getting some breakthrough experience, which is kind of weird, right? It's like experience going to my normal bar versus my AA bar, which a little bit odd if you ask me, but hey, that's just how it is sometimes, I guess. Alright, so we're gonna go around this way. Obviously, we're gonna clear like this, go to this locked door and do the prince and maybe the historian if he's up. And then we'll move over to this door and we'll clear our way through the library into the king and the queen. Now, this is not a DZ, this is an open world zone. So anything can happen in this. I cannot control everything. So you know, some level 125 could roll through and kill everything before I'm done, which would suck. But I'm the only person in the zone right now, so I'm not too concerned about that. But I did make a decision on the Hobbs and Friends series, kind of related to this. I think I said I was going to do a shaman with the warrior and bard. I think I'm going to do a cleric. In all honesty, I have like the most fun I've had was with a cleric. I played a cleric for a very long time, and in the classic Everquest, and I really enjoy the class, like as a healing box. And I do have a 125 cleric on I think Zarog's account from when I played on Dronell, and that character was just fantastic. And it really simplifies a lot of things healing wise. Like I can do some really cool healing without any concern for death, right? Like it's insane how strong healing is for a cleric. But at the same time, I started experimenting with that character, doing I guess she aggroed something, and her mercenary killed it. There we go. She's still stealthed. Oh, you know what? Let's take that off real quick, just in case that's causing some kind of weird issue. And move that back there. Hide and sneak. Stop hiding. Oh, she was hidden. Hidden yourself and you stalk your prey. Alright, we're going to stand right here. Open the door. Go back to here. And we're just going to run in because YOLO, right? Anyway, I thoroughly enjoy the cleric class. So I'm thinking we do cleric, and what I was also saying is jeez, this is terrible. This is like, okay, so we're gonna target this guy. Can we cast? No. All right, where's that son of a gun? Oh, he's just gonna cast that shit over and over again, isn't he? All right, well, that's fun. Let's see here. What's 5? What is that? Yeah, we're gonna make a hotkey. All right, so you know I say resistance is terrible. Discipline. There you go. Now we're using it. We're gonna focus that guy down. Oh, and it didn't even resist it. Oh my gosh. All right, I think we hit him a few times. So obviously he's a raid mob. Spell hits. Did we hit him? Spell damage. Yeah, I've hit him at least once. I'm obviously gonna kill all this stuff with just damage shields. Because I can't do anything. I truly can't. Oh my god. Anyway, so as I was saying, I was experimenting with a battle cleric. Right, that's a cleric that melees, nukes, and you know, does just all around, you know, more combat while also healing. Now, I think that will work really well with the warrior. And I am gonna go with I'm still going with the bard instead of like an enchanter, because I like running really fast, and like just running this character here to Chardok was just, I like got bored. Like, so that is, you know, that is a me thing. Like I have to have a bard. Jeez, that is a terrible spell. So I have to have a bard to for my enjoyment. So I think that'll work out. All right, so the head of the prince is used for the enchanter epic. So we're gonna leave that on our guy here. And let's see here. I don't know what these are for. And I think this is just a weapon. So we'll just loot those and we'll loot whatever that is. Alright, is that everybody in here? Alright, we killed him. That's one one Gouda. That was a terrible fight. But as you can see, the door is locked. So we're gonna open the door. We're gonna move you out in the hall here. And then we're gonna take you. Make sure you're still in Viz. We're gonna go down to this hall. I'm gonna click this one. Now, some people told me I could sit right here and I would get attacked. But there's no mobs here. Like the first mob's right here. So what I'll do is I'll stand, you know, she's in the room, right? So we'll just put her right there. And I'll work my way over here. So if I'm just gonna walk over here to the door. Oh, I gotta kill these guys first. And we'll see if any of those guys will, you know, aggro us. But maybe in an older version of Chardok, maybe they changed it. Where you could, you know, get a guy to the door and he's attacking you through the door. You do a little damage to him and you run away. And he summons you back through the door. That's the gist, I think, what one of the commenter was saying. But we'll try it and see. But I'm looking at the other screen. No mobs are no mobs are close. There we go. But as I was saying, like the battle cleric, I think that'll be kind of interesting. It'll be different because like everybody does shaman, right? Everybody does, you know, a shaman because it's probably the best, right? It's probably the best all around. And I kind of want to do solo shaman with Gnome Regard at some point. I'm never gonna do a solo cleric. So if I just make Gnome Regard a cleric, he can still be a gnome, and I can, you know, his name makes sense. And we can do the shaman later. Alright, so we're gonna sit right here. Alright, he's sitting at the door. There is no mob in aggro range to him, so I don't think that would work. Maybe there's a roamer that would come through here, but I truly don't have that kind of time to wait for a roamer. So we're gonna get through here and go. So resistance discipline. We used it. It didn't do anything. We still didn't resist that dizzy spill at all. So I'm gonna call that worthless still. But we'll work our way down. The library is a chaotic zone and chaotic area too. So we will we'll have to go through there. I don't think there's any more locked doors. Oh, it looks like there is another locked door down there. I was about to gate her out, so we'll go down to that door and then go from there. There we go. It's a lot of little trash you gotta kill, you know. I know on TLP servers, people put mages in these little cubbies right here, and then they can log in without aggro and call a hero your raid to you right here. So that's an interesting thing. A Sarnak skull splitter, and let's keep going through here. Oh, nope, you're not going anywhere, buddy. We're not playing that game. All right, let's make our way down here. Is this door locked? Nope. All right, so we get the librarians. We're gonna pull slowly here because this can get crazy. I don't think we're taking any damage, right? Like Jane's Veil is greater than like pretty much every mob in Kunark. So I don't think we're gonna have you know, too much to worry about here, but it's, you know, it can get hairy in certain situations, especially when you go down these stairs right over here. But we should be fine. 11A. Can I? Okay, we should spend some of these real quick. Let's go with the lowest cost first. Hybrid research. Hybrid research. That's a stupid AA. Oh man. This character's max research skill though, so I mean, Ain't nothing to laugh at there. Just notice my Jane's Veil's doing 1001 damage now. That's weird. Alright, let's see here. This guy. And anybody else who decides to join. Alright, well he's fighting that with auto attack since he doesn't really need to do anything. Let's move you down here. She has NPC names off, I just noticed. Alright, there's a hole. Right... Filter. Like right inside this door here. Right there. Oh my god, it's not even marked map right on the map. Alright, where are we at here? What did I do? It's this door right here. Where's that lockpick? Now where is that hole? I think it's right there. I don't think it is right there. Alright, okay. So, that feels different to me for some reason. Alright, we'll just stand right here. Since he's getting clobbered up here. Easy enough. Get him through that door. And we should be able to go. Like that was I think the Overking is where you fall through the little trap there, and then you go back down the hall to the Queen. And I don't know, like I feel like the Queen is like the real boss of this zone. Like the King, I don't think so. I think the King is more like the figurehead, if you will, and the Queen is more the boss. All right, we got a lore master here. Is he named? He's a rare creature. Nice. Now, I think the Lore Master actually drops the Necromancer Life Tap. It's in Era, right, for Kunark, but you can get it in Plane of Knowledge, but let's see if we got it here. No, we got the history of the Green Mist and a BP. He does drop a spell, I think, so... Maybe it's another one. There's like a Grand Lore Master too. It's like a whole thing. Alright, we got another spell. The spells I like to loot because those are good money. And yeah, you should loot all your spells too. Because they're definitely worth looting. Like money wise. There we go. Come on now. Probably could have gone with a DPS merc for sure here. But she does heal the pet, and I don't know, the pet is, you know, DPS, so. Alright, so that door is locked right there. We're gonna go right here. Click that door. Jeez, he's got a hole. Now, I guess this door right here would have been one we could have used to get summoned through. Right there, you could see. So, all those mobs attacked me there. Now, if we look at the map here, height filter off. So we're just gonna go like right back around here, go down there. There is the King right here, I believe, and then down that hole is the Queen. So. Gonna summon us down there and we're gonna have everything if these stupid mobs get their way. There we go. Oh, we got a unmasked changeling. One of the zone og droppers right here. It's not a battle hog for sure. We'll loot it. Put it in a slot. Extra stats or extra stats. Whoa, 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 whoa. That is not... I'm not going over there. We'll throw some dots on this guy real quick. Ooh, 327 crit dot. Nice. I don't know where that hole is. I think it's right there, but I'm not risking it. Alright, let's go through this invis hole here. Alright, we're gonna snare this guy. Because he's gonna run like a crazy fool. And then let's see here. We're going to, I believe, right here. Like it's hard to tell with these weird maps. Oh, you have attack on. That's not good. So let's do this. You've stopped sneaking. You've hidden yourself from view. I don't know what I pushed. Alright, let's get this guy snared too. Oh, I know what I did. Her bow is on numpad 1. He has an attack on numpad 1. Same thing. There we go. Didn't really have to do much casting here, for sure. I'm chain life tapping, obviously, just for extra damage, but not too bad. Alright, so there's the king. The queen is through that door. We're just gonna walk in here, I guess. Let's see what happens. So, looks like we got them all in one thrash. Now the king, if I remember right, has a crazy AoE. He's an even con at level 65, so I don't think it's gonna hit through Jane's Veil, but we'll find out here in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the king, and we can schwack him down real quick. There we go. Let's see, let's get some dots on this guy here. Oh yeah, it's gonna totally screw her up. Hide again. Alright, sorry about this. Switch that. Alright, let's get more dots on him. I gotta get that Royal Guard on me, which is this one. Get this one on me here. Alright, now we can go back to the Overking. Drop a Bond of Death on him, refresh, then we'll get poison on him. Painted Dragon. Hey man, how goes it? I will just zip. There we go. And Ignite Blood, if it could land. But as I was saying, I think Cleric is going to be fun. I'm actually kind of excited about it. It's just something I thought of before I started making this video. And like, so, you know, we've been looting Cleric Epic stuff, right? So here we go. There's the next piece of the Cleric Epic. We're going to loot that. We also got an Argent Protector, which is a pretty nice two-handed sword. If we didn't have what we had, but definitely a nice little item there. We can probably attribute that for 4,200. I mean, that is nice. And speaking of tribute, we do have that on. All right, perfect. There's two more guys in there. I'm not even going to bother with them. We're going to go over here to the queen. There she is. And like always, let's just YOLO her. She's blue, so she's a lower level than the king. But I feel like she's like the real boss of this place. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I just that's what I feel. Now, typically these have like an AoE that's pretty strong, but here we are. And I guess I didn't get a corpse picture of the king, so we'll get one on the queen here. Here, let's kill this ad here first. I think they're all schwacking my guy. I don't know what those are. I'm not gonna bother. There's a lot of quests here that take place in Chardok B, so there's like a lot of little nuance there. Just trying to get all this trash so I can make a nice screenshot. Since this is not as hard as I was expecting. Go 3 A's. And she's almost dead. Oh, she's gonna run. All right. We got her. All right, we'll take a look at that here in just a second. We'll talk about what she dropped. All right, let me get a screenshot of the queen. And there we go. All right, so the queen drops the warrior epic sword in a helmet that is not an upgrade, but the tribute value is pretty nice. There, so we'll go ahead and take that. So there we go. That is 3 Gouda for today. Let's go to Plain Knowledge and buy those real quick. Let's pop out of here. All right, let's go over to the fine gentleman over here who sells the Goudas, and we're gonna take 3 Goudas for this. They are raid mobs. Obviously, they would have been much harder if we didn't have Jane's Veil, obviously. So 1, 2, and 3, and there we go. And we should. Oh, where is my chat thing at? Achieve. There we go. Runes of Kunark raids, and did we get an achievement for that? Conqueror of Chardok. Yeah, so we did complete the achievement. Conqueror of Chardok. All 3 of those bosses are there, so we just got that done. We still need to go to VP and do that one, and whatever the hell is there. But I think we did every single all these other ones here. So we'll knock all those out at some point. VP is level 70, so we'll have to do it at like 75 or 80, maybe 85, to be able to solo it. And then we got a bunch in. Oh, we got the whole. I think he death touches. I gotta double check on that, and I have no idea what that one is. But we can't do Sky or Fear or Hate for that matter, because the minis in Fear, Death Touch, and all the bosses. All the bosses in Sky Death Touch, so we can't do those yet until we have 100k hit points, or I think it's 1,000 stamina, a heroic stamina, I believe, to resist it enough to not take so much damage. But I think 100,000 hit points is going to be the easier thing to get at this point. But there we go. So that is the Chardok Royals. Thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.